Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, and I want to make sure that you guys are being safe and sound at home. But for today's video, I wanted to discuss some helpful tips you can use to keep your electric vehicle happy. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and you may not be driving as much as you previously were. So I wanted to give you guys 3 tips to give your electric vehicle some tender loving care during these times. So let's get started. So before I begin, I just want to say make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this video with your other electric vehicle friends who might not be driving as frequently right now. That way we can make sure that their electric vehicles maintain a healthy lifespan. So for tip number 1, it's going to be discussing about the 12-volt battery pack. And I apologize for the wind. It's a bit crazy here in Cleveland right now. So the 12-volt battery pack is a big part and it's very important to maintain the health of your electric vehicle. So a lot of people are surprised that electric vehicles have a 12-volt battery. Well, the reason is because that 12-volt battery pack maintains multiple different computer systems, including your infotainment as well as the thermal management system of the main lithium-ion traction battery pack, the heart of your electric vehicle. So it's very important to maintain the health of this, especially if you're going to be storing your car for a long time. So the one thing to remember is that if your electric vehicle is 1 year or newer, more than likely you don't have to worry about the 12-volt battery pack. However, if your car is older or older than 1 year old, 1 year old, you're going to have to check and make sure that the battery pack is still good. You might have to replace it. It's very important to do that, or you might end up with a dead battery pack. And no one likes a dead battery pack. But it is very important to maintain the health of the 12-volt battery system. So tip number 2, and I apologize I'm covering my mic like this. Tip number 2 is going to be discussing about tire pressure. So every vehicle comes with a tire pressure monitoring system, and every car is going to be different. Sometimes you can find that tire pressure directly in your vehicle on one of the touchscreens or maybe directly in your instrument cluster. Some vehicles do not offer that. For example, like, how do you find this? So you want to come over here. Most manufacturers will actually post the tire pressure directly inside the seam right here. So there's going to be some information on this. So you can see that the front and rear have standard pressure or PSI based on the tires that came with the car from the factory. But what if you're using tires that didn't come from the factory, or maybe third-party tires? For example, the tires that we're driving on are full winter tires. So each manufacturer is actually going to put the tire pressure directly on the rubber itself. So these winter tires are maxed at 44 PSI. It's a really easy way to figure this out, but it's really a good thing to remember when you're storing your electric vehicle for a long time to maintain proper tire pressure. You don't want to come out to a flat tire. So what do you do if you come out and your tire is totally flat? Well, there's a few ways that you can do that while you're at home. You can kick your tire, but it's not professionally recommended. You can use a bike pump to pump it up, but that's not recommended either. Oh, it broke. So tip number 3, this is going to be the final tip, and this tip is honestly the most important out of all of these because this is going to help maintain the lifespan of the heart of your electric vehicle. And what is the heart? I mentioned it earlier in tip 1 and tip 2. This is going to be the lithium-ion battery pack that sits underneath you. And now every electric vehicle is different. Some have a temperature management system, some do not. So you have to be familiar with what your electric car is capable of. If it does have a thermal management system, pretty much what that means is that it's going to be utilizing electricity to warm and cool the battery pack based on exterior temperatures. So if your car is going to be sitting for a while, it's going to be utilizing the system to maintain the health of your battery pack. If your battery pack is air-cooled, then it does not have a system like that. So you want to make sure that you're familiar with what your electric vehicle is capable of. So in order to maintain the health and lifespan of your lithium-ion battery pack, manufacturers actually recommend keeping your vehicle plugged in to a source of electricity. And what that means is that every electric vehicle is going to be different, but that's going to help if there's software updates, it's going to also help kick on that thermal management system to improve lifespan and keep your battery at the optimal temperature as much as possible. Obviously, that's also going to make sure that your car doesn't totally die while your car's just sitting there. And the second part to tip 3 is that you're going to want to maintain your battery state of charge, or SOC, between 40 to 80%. Lithium-ion battery packs do not like being undercharged, and they definitely do not like being overcharged when sitting for a long time. So this is why they recommend keeping it between that range of 40 to 80%. It helps with the longevity and lifespan of the electric vehicle. And now there's multiple ways to do this, and it's something that you're going to want to be familiar when it comes to your electric car. The best way to do this with the Chevy Bolt is if you go into the infotainment system, hit the green button that says energy, and then charging. From there, you can set your how much charge that your car is going to accept, and it's going to limit your battery pack to that percentage that you set it to. Every electric vehicle is different. Most of the time they will let you set the state of charge. Other times they will not. So it all depends on which car you drive, what year, and what the technology is capable of. So just be familiar with that and make sure that you constantly keep your vehicle plugged in. And don't keep it above 80% or under 40%. And if you remember those tips, you're gonna come out to a very happy electric vehicle, and that's always a good thing. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that it brought as much education as possible. And like I said, I apologize for some of the audio. It's very windy here in Cleveland right now, but I wanted to produce a video that helps you better understand some needs for your electric vehicle during this time when you're not driving as frequently. So I'm hoping these tips help you, and whenever all this is over, you'll come out to a happy and healthy electric vehicle. And I hope all you guys are happy and healthy too. Take care, stay at home when possible, and be safe. But before I end, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys again for watching my video. And my little tiny puppy is barking outside. Anyways, take care guys, and make sure you make every single day electrifying. Have a good one.